somebody just sent us money. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but I'll take it. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night. Not too late, right? I know everybody's always, yeah, thank you, Anna. We're on time. Everybody's always very critical when I'm late. Yes, somebody just sent us $34. I'm not sure. We'll take it. I like $34. It'd be gas money for our trip to New York tomorrow. What's going on, everybody? I see Collins in the building. We got Travis here. Pipsqueak in the house. What's up, Dave? Cross saved. Velvet. We got some good stuff to talk about tonight. We are, 5 days away from the Box of Fun drop. So that is very exciting. If you guys are here in the chat, make sure to drop a line, say hello. If you're watching on your TV, take a minute, grab your phone, say hello, let us know you're here. What's going on, Potter Pop Hunter? Oh, there's a new name. Great to see you. Happy Thursday. What's up, Michelle? Tech is here. Dr. John, Jeremy Knapp. Great to see you all. We got Randy. He's in the building this evening. We got Travis coming in with the first anniversary super chat of the evening, coming in at 7 months. Time is flying, already over that 6 month, half a year hump. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Travis. Truly appreciate you. We got Temple Boys in the house. What's up, Mike? So great to see you. Sam is here. Hello, Sam. We got Gus. What's going on, Gus? Lucas. Hello. We got Grace coming in. Grace is well over a year. Coming in at 14 months as a channel member. Grace, Travis, thank you so much. Guys, if you are a channel member, you got your free anniversary super chat every single month. Thank you so much to everybody who is a channel member. Helps keeps the lights on here for the channel, and it means the world. So thank you. Cross saved coming in now at 18 months. That is incredible. A year and a half. Thank you so much, Cross Save. Appreciate you. Dave says, I'm more interested in the NFT drop than the Box of Fun. That's completely okay because the Marvel NFTs coming up look pretty dang sweet. We got Barry in the building. What's going on, Barry? Man, great to see all these people. No, I am not going to New York for Fanatic Fest. I am going for regular work, unfortunately. What's going on, William? So great to see you. Happy Thursday. Yeah, we're going to talk about that tonight, Michael, the new Franny and Proto that was just revealed by Funko. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. We're going to talk a lot about it tonight for sure. Sirbass. Oh, my God, dude. You're 1 month away from 3 years. That is absolutely insane. Thank you so much. Happy PFO Thursday night. It's Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. Sirbass coming in at a 35-month channel member. Oh, thank you, Steven. Appreciate that. Oh, we got Michelle's here and Pop Stop coming in. He just surpassed 1 year. So let's get some clap emojis in the chat for Pop Stop NYC. I know he's got some big plans this year, and I'm very excited to be living through him vicariously as he travels around the country. He's going to Fundays next week, so good for him. 12 months. Thank you so much, man, as a channel member, full year. We got Chase Chaser in the house. Arthur is here. Michael is here. What's up, Carl? Carl's been watching all of our videos recently. Appreciate you, Carl. But guys, let's welcome in. Hopefully, we got no technical difficulties tonight. We got the other two members that we have to have join the stream here. We got Professor Josh and the Poppin' Duo. How we looking, Vince?
What's going on?
How's it look?
Yay.
It looks good. It looks good.
I think we're hear clear. You, and you're not like all blurry. And
I'm kind of blurry, right? No. So I got it in my laptop right now, and I'm
good.
watching us on delay over here.
No, you look good. You look good from my end.
Oh, I was finishing listening to myself talk over on this screen.
Oh, that's okay.
This is going to be super awkward because I'm going to be watching us in delay. But that, you know what? We'll get through this tonight.
We'll get through it.
One day I'll figure this out.
Bobby, thank you so much. Coming in as a channel member now for 11 months. Dude, 1 month shy of a year. That is a huge accomplishment. Incredible support. And thank you so much. Truly means the world. We got Vince looking clear. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. He's looking spicy tonight.
I gotta move this thing over. This is gonna get too awkward.
Super spicy. I love it. But hey, welcome, guys. How was your week?
It was good until just now.
Good until just now.
Just now it got bad. You know what? I'm gonna put this on Instagram. Wait till you guys see my setup. I'm gonna take a picture. I gotta put this on Instagram.
God.
How stupid this is. I got a brand new stupid computer, a brand new stupid camera, and this is the way I got to function. This is not right.
We got to say happy birthday to someone because it was someone's birthday this week.
Vince had a birthday a couple days ago, right?
Happy birthday! Get those happy birthday emojis, all kinds of great stuff in the chat there. Because happy birthday, Vince! Hope you had a good one.
No, yeah, it was. Let me try to remember because it was a couple days ago, and I'm definitely getting older. No, it was beautiful. It was a very great birthday.
Partying.
A lot of we actually dropped a video the day after my birthday, and a lot of really nice messages on that video. So I appreciate everybody for doing so.
Oh, look at that. We got a lot of birthday
Anything fun
and the birthday wishes.
Did I do anything fun? No, not. I worked.
Ate cake and
we did. Oh, I ate a lot of cake. Actually, I've been eating cake all week. Brie made a homemade chocolate cake that I have been consuming all week long. So yeah, I'll be honest. My stomach hurts a little bit right now. It's the way it should be on your birthday. You should get sick from eating a lot of cake.
There you go.
And yeah, I do look pretty clear. Wow.
You do. You look great.
I mean, I've got a disaster in front of me, but I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad that you guys can all see my really white face. It seems super white for some reason.
It's all right. We'll take it. It's clear.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
let's not get hung
up
up on that.
Chasing Pops has a great question. How long have you guys been doing this live? Feels like a good 5 years or better. I'm a returning viewer. Was out of the game for a while. It has. We're coming
almost 5 years. Almost 5
years.
It's like
it's coming up
4.5, but a little more than that. 4.5 now, something like that. I just saw my 5-year anniversary pop up on YouTube. So I'm guessing, John, you had your 5-year anniversary pop up as well too.
Yeah, a couple of days ago. I didn't like post it or say anything, but
I don't think it sent like anything really cool. It sent something about stats, but it just took you to the your regular stats. I thought it would be a cool little video it would make out or something. But
5 years. 5 years of making videos. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We also really quick comments that I wanted to respond to really quick before it goes away. Colton says, "Hey John, how much Lego have you bought with double points going on right now?" I actually didn't buy anything. I wanted to buy the Ideas prize machine, but it's on back order. So I don't know if I'm going to be making an order with double points going on right now, but we'll see. Yeah, that was a good guess, Chasing Pops. Yeah, it is coming up on 5 years, which is crazy. Still got a lot of birthday wishes in the chat, so thank you guys so much. Evelyn's here. She can't stay for very long, but she's going to try. No worries, Evelyn. We appreciate you being here for as long as you can. So I feel like we should jump into the topic that everybody's got on their minds. We got Fundays next week.
I thought you were going to say my birthday. Okay.
No, we were.
Yeah, Funday. Let's move on.
Well, we
35 or 55. That's what the question is.
Is that really a question, guys? Do I look 55?
No, you're right. You're good, man.
No, we're going to get to the NFTs. Yeah, absolutely. But I want to talk about Fundays first. We got a little bit more info tonight with a reveal of a Franny and Proto in the box. At this time.
Oh, I didn't get to see that yet.
Yeah, no other leaks.
My first reaction to that.
Yeah, so Funko revealed this. So this was straight from their live stream. And the first thing that I want to just shout out is that they're actually doing the live streams. They're doing their own promotion for their products coming up, and I think that's good. I think we need more of that. It was a little goofy, but you know what? It's supposed to be goofy. Like it's supposed to be borderline cringe. It's fun, yeah. Right? So I love both these pops, and from what it sounds like everybody's going to be getting either Freddy, Proto, or Franny in their box, and that's possibly going to be like the mascot of the box. Now these two characters, they don't have piece counts on the box, but I was talking to my good friend Jonathan, and he actually reminded me that last year's mascots didn't have piece counts on the boxes either. It just said limited edition. So that might be the same route they're going this year for Franny, Freddy, and Proto, which I'm fine. I'm fine with. It is what it is because I think all three pops look great.
Franny's cute.
She is cute. She's got the cat ears. She's got a little cat lounge fly bag. I think Proto looks good with the glasses. So I think these are great.
I don't know if I'd like Proto.
I don't know about the glasses on Proto, man. Yeah, I don't know. Something weird.
It's kind of but that Josh, I feel the same way. It's just kind of weird. Franny, I think is cute though. I like that. Proto, man, whatever. It's fine though. Like I'm not hating on him, as they say. I'm not hating.
Pop Stop says, "I'm curious about these for in person. Will they have those in the boxes, or will they just be handouts at the
They'll be metallics in the boxes now.
I hope they're like a completely different variant and different molds. Like if they want to go these three but blacklight,
Blacklight.
it would be cool if they were different molds. They probably won't do that. They'll probably. I feel like blacklight is just the easiest way to go. But maybe they'll do something crazy. Like they won't have these three characters. They'll have like completely different stuff in the in-person in-person boxes.
So the question is, I think on their actual like the Funday box for Fundays, right? It says the biggest number, I believe, that it's supposed to be in that box. Like limited pops can range from this to this. So the question is that how many max? If there's only 3 of these, is that like 8,500 times 3? And that's what we got, right? The biggest piece is 8,500. So
that would make sense. So that would put us at 25,500 boxes, which would be less than last year, which I think would be great.
And then 1 in 50 have a chance at a Fundays like in-person box. So that might be the other like maybe another 500. So it might be like something like then this X many boxes are going to get it. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Be interesting if all these are in every box. I guess it's kind of the mascot representation. So someone's going to get these. You could get I don't know how many they're going to let you order box wise, but hopefully you don't get all Freddies or all Frannies or all Protos or something like that too.
Well, if you do, I mean, it's a pretty simple, like 1-for-1 trade, I would say. Or if people really do feel like, oh, Proto is not the equivalent of a Freddy, or Franny and Freddy are not equal. Like I would just, if you get Proto and somebody has an extra Freddy, like I would do a swap. Or same thing if you get Franny and somebody wants Freddy. Like I think these are all swappable, tradable.
I think they're going to be pretty easy to buy too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
Right.
Without the piece count, I mean, last year's mascots probably run you like what, 12, 15, $20 maybe. Probably the same with these. I could see Franny and Proto sitting around like $10-15. Maybe Freddy is 18-20, because
I think
Freddy's the most popular out of the 3. I don't think it's going to be like super crazy, but I think it's
especially
fun.
without having any crazy numbers to anything.
Yeah, I mean, could they have thrown an 8,500 piece count? I mean, truth be told, if these were limited to 8,500 per a sticker on the box or notation on the box, the prices would still be about the same.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, we'll see what they give out in person. I mean, we'll be. I just posted we're going to be doing a live stream, both during the drop, and then we're probably going to do another live. I don't know, at some point Saturday or Sunday, just to see what people are getting and pulling in their boxes and such as pictures appear online. But I hope they get different
Friday,
stuff.
Right? I mean,
think
Friday the first day.
Yeah,
in person. So you'll see a lot on Friday.
Yeah. But I hope that people get crazy stuff. Like I hope they get really cool stuff. If you get the tickets and you make the journey, you should get cool stuff. We'll be able to actually buy them, or hope we get picked. I think we'll be able to buy them. I don't think it's going to be like years past. Like things have changed quite a bit for Funko under the new leadership of the new CEO. So I think they're just going to be dropping them on the site. I don't think they're going to be. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen anybody talk about EQL.
I think they would have mentioned it actually on the like information about the box of fun. I don't think they would have had it if you have to do EQL for, because they didn't do it for the Transformer one, right? The one they dropped.
Jumbo John?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jumbo John, they just dropped. Yeah, they just dropped. So that's why I think
EQL
is going away
for them. So, yeah.
Oh, Jetman, dude, coming in 32 months as a channel member, says, "What's up, fellow nerds?" Sam, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much for 32 months of support. That's incredible. Ista Buin Face says, "Just hope when I go, it's not bad with the protests going on." Is there protests for what?
John, are you not? You're not in the loop, huh?
I'm so sorry. I know I'm not. I've been neck deep in work and everything going. I'm so sorry.
You don't want. That's good though. Good for you. Sad of all the stuff going on in the world.
Now, have we got a time that these will drop? A confirmed time?
Not a confirmed time. From what I've heard, it's 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. That's what I've
Oh,
like
really?
heard.
9 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
what I've
a
heard.
lot of the. So is this dropping with? Yeah. No, that's pretty typical. No, usually.
It's either 9 or 12.
Yeah.
Hopefully 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, so it gives people on the West Coast an opportunity to, not have to wake up super early.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get settled in at work. Use the restroom conveniently at 8:57. What's up, Rachel? Happy Thursday. Are any of the PFO team members going to Fundays? No,
We're not.
not this
No.
year, unfortunately.
I already have
Maybe
vacation plans during that time. That week,
Yeah.
I might have thought about it if I didn't have. We already had vacation booked and everything. It would have been a fun flight out.
Yeah, hopefully next year. Sir Beth says, I think EQL is done. I think it is done too. I definitely don't think they're going to run boxes the way they did last year. You know what? I think as long as their website is ready to handle, I mean, what do we think realistically? I know there was something crazy, like over 100,000 people that went for Fundays tickets, but for the Box of Fun, I mean,
I think the Box of Fun is always different than the Fundays tickets, though, because people are looking to flip Fundays tickets. Like, you could get double for Fundays tickets, like right out the gate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's probably like half. If we're thinking
Boxes
like
of fun, especially
if it was 100,000 people going after the Fundays tickets, in the line supposedly, but you don't know how many people have multiple devices. I would say it's probably realistically like 50,000 people going for the Box of Fun. So if they have like 25, 30,000, that's typical sellout, which we've seen.
Even the Funday tickets, I mean, it was easy to get in there later on. You could have still grabbed some Saturday evening, some Sunday afternoon time slots. So it wasn't where it, like in the years past where it sold out in like 5 minutes and that's it, like, or whatever, you're in line in the queue and by the time you get through it was already gone. The tickets were pretty easy to get around the times, the other time slots. If you want Friday, they were gone pretty quick, but I think Saturday evening and Sunday afternoon evening were pretty easy to still find.
This year, the tickets weren't really flippable, I saw, because of all the uncertainty around the event. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time they're doing it like this. I think a lot of people, they're basing it off of years past, right? So they have their San Diego trip booked. So, I think that probably prevented a lot of people from maybe making some money. I heard of some people still being able to flip them, but
yeah, it's definitely I mean, that it's a good point. I mean, because it's not even tied to SDCC this year, which is weird. Like, I keep on thinking that we're going to get like when I was saying it earlier, I was thinking that we were getting the SDCC pops that same day, but like it's not happening that way. And I'm trying to get it out of my brain to think about it that way. So yeah, there is a lot of uncertainty, and I think the same thing is going to be with the Box of Fun. I think that almost them kind of announcing that you're going to be getting one of the Freddies, Frannies, or Protos in the box. I actually think I don't want to say hurts sales, but it hurts the flippability, I think, personally, because now you're talking one that's going to be repeated.
No, I agree. I agree. I think it actually hurts.
I think that's good. I think that's okay. I mean, but some people will shy away from it if they were looking for a purely flippable item.
Yeah, no, it's good from that perspective, because if flippers shy away, if they're like, oh wow, that's going to be one of the pops, like there's not much meat on that bone.
There's zero meat. I think those are going to be I think what you said, John, I think they're going to go like under retail, because if we're going $85 on this box, you're talking $20 a pop and $15 for the soda, roughly.
And free shipping, as Josh pointed out, free
shipping, which is a huge thing. For me, it's a huge thing, especially after the Thrilljoy debacle this week. Not going to bring that up. We're going to stay positive, but no, I think that them announcing it actually will hurt this like sales a little bit. I'm not saying they won't sell out, because I still think they will. And I'd like to pick up a couple. And I always feel bad trying to pick up a couple when like it sells out super quick and nobody's able to get them. So
no,
it makes me feel a little bit better if they don't.
It's fair game though. Like if you're able to pick them up,
I still feel bad though.
We don't have backdoor links.
No, we
Funko
don't.
doesn't care about us. Like we have no special preferential treatment. Like Vince Smith is the same as Vince Vitale. Like John Doe is the same as me. Like it doesn't matter. Like everybody
Yeah.
has a fair shot at this. If you do have backdoor links, or you do have bots, or you do have something that allows you to get an upper hand on the general population, then you are doing something a little bit shady. And if you get more boxes that way, that's technically unfair. But to everybody else who's just a regular person, like if you get multiple boxes and it sells out, like good for you.
Okay, well now I'd like to get 2.
I'm hoping to get 2 as well. I'd love to get a third, but we'll see. Like, I'd love to get 3 just so I have a shot at getting the Franny, Freddy, and Proto. And if people don't want them and I get the Freddy, like, and I need the Franny and Proto, like, I'll gladly buy your Franny or Proto that you don't want. So I need all 3. I love all 3.
You know what? It's gonna make for. I don't even. Yeah, like what just to kind of build on that. I mean, I like that we're getting those 3 and not not some of the other fluff that we got last year, because I think it does make for an opportunity to trade with people, and that's always kind of fun. You get to, somebody sees that we pull a couple of whatever, you can reach out to us, and I think that makes it like another fun aspect for it. So I think
that's the part of collecting, right? We all help each other get stuff that we need for our collections. I also agree with Pipsqueak. I know they're very excited to see the soda selection. I think if Funko was trying to like get this to sell out, like we saw a tease for like 150 pieces that is going to be at Fundays. Obviously, that's not going to be in this take-home box, but there's a chance you might get 1 in 50 chance you get one of those in-person boxes. So if I was Funko, I'd be like, yeah, here's Franny, here's Freddy, here's Proto, and here's this 150 piece Freddy as Gold D. Roger. Everybody panic now. Just everybody's freaking out. Like that would do it. That would get it to sell out like almost immediately. So a couple things I want to recognize in the chat really quick. Gator coming in as a channel member now for 19 months. He says, I love that they separated this money-wise. Gator, I couldn't agree with you more. I think this is one of the best budget-friendly collecting summers we may ever see from Funko, with the exception of them dropping the Marvel NFTs next week. That was one critical detail I left out of my NFT video, and I think there should be no NFT drop next week because I think it's going to hurt the sales of the NFTs because everybody's saving for the box of fun. Or most people are saving for the box of fun. Some people might not get a box of fun because they're going to get NFTs, but why make people choose?
Yeah.
I see there's some stuff in the chat going on about Thrilljoy. I don't know what new debacle or whatever's happening with Thrilljoy, but we can talk about that in a little bit. Gerald, yes, I got the box of fun listing pulled up right here so we can all look at it. This is the information we got. We know 3 pops, soda, $85, dropping on Wednesday. That's what we got for the most part so far. What's up, Chris? We got Tommy Retro coming in. Holy smokes. Over 3 years for him now. 37 months. This will be his first time participating in Fundays. That is incredible. Dude, I'm so excited for you. Hopefully we get
to see a lot of first-time people. I think that's one plus for this year. It's not full of the same people both nights or all 3 days. Like, people had chances to get in different days. So I think that was the huge plus from this year, is a lot of first-time fans that have never been to Fundays get to go to Fundays. It's a different experience, but still it's a fun. It's still fun. Funko experience.
This
Funko
is Funko
event experience.
But I think what people need to just realize that, like, if Funko says, "Hey, we're gonna hold Fundays at a random Wendy's parking lot on Wednesday at 3 p.m. and here are the boxes, and this is what we're giving out, and this is where the party is going to be." Like, the party is wherever they decide the party's going to be. It doesn't have to be connected to San Diego Comic-Con. I actually think this year's the best model we've had. Like, it's budget friendly. It spreads everything out. We got hype throughout the whole summer. I think it's exciting. I think it's very smart that they're doing it this way.
I think the only disappointing part for sometimes fans, though, is like everyone's not there at the same time. So you can't go around and be like, "Oh yeah, Johnny, what's up from this?" Like, "Oh, who knows, Top Pops or what's that?" Or, "Oh yeah, this person that's on the Funko forums that I talk with every time." So I think that's the only bad part, is like everyone's not at this giant venue at the same time. It's spread out, so that's the only.
But they're supposed to have the staging area where everybody can like trade and mingle and stuff.
you're only going to be able to fit so many people in that area, though. Too. That's not.
Yeah, but I mean,
not
there's
saying-
still the intention that people can hang out and mingle with other collectors. So I think there's. Still
Oh,
gonna be
I'm sure that. I mean, hopefully people plan.
And how many
And-
people, like, you're going to run into people in line, like, as you're leaving, they're going in. You know, if you meet up with people and you're like, hey, we're going down the street to grab a bite to eat, you want to join? Like, you're going to run into people. Like, it's too small of a world not to. So Token World brings up a great point. Yes, the Freddy, Franny, and Proto that we've seen, they don't have numbers on them. They did not have numbers or piece counts on the mascot pops last year, so they could just be continuing that trend. If you want to get technical, it's technically 8,500 pieces. We believe that there's going to be 25,500 boxes, 8,500 times 3. Chase Chaser says, I wish there would have been mascot pops again this year. They were one of the best parts of the box. I agree. I think with the theme we had this year, I mean, they could have come up with some really cool characters like Jungle Jack, or, you know, you could have, you know, made some fun stuff up. I definitely like to see the original characters, but I think with how this all played out, I think they kind of scraped up this whole event very quickly. So they probably didn't have time to plan, and that's why they just came up with Con Freddy and Con Franny and, you know, Con going Proto with glasses.
I mean, it kind of feels that way.
So
Nicholas says, do you think they will let us use coupon codes from the rewards points? You might be able to, but then you risk like taking extra time, and in that time it might sell out. So I would recommend just not, and just taking the points that you earn from the box and then use those points for something else. Yeah, unless you're like quick fingers, and you might be able to. I wouldn't even risk it though.
I mean, you could already probably add something and have it in your cart, the code in your cart, and then when you get it, you can check out. But I was going to say, one of the cool things I saw, if you watch the video from Instagram, behind the scenes, behind them is like a really cool Freddy, like Aztec Freddy. It reminds me of almost like the Tiki Freddy, but the behind them is this like Aztec Freddy. I'm like, that would be really cool if they made a Freddy Funko like that. I would love to have one like that. I really like the Golden Idol Freddy from before. I have both the pin and the pop. I would love to have like something like an Aztec Mayan type like Freddy Funko in there.
Yeah, Colin, it's not like at the top of my radar, but I know it's coming up too. We got Anime Expo the week after Fundays, and for anime fans and collectors out there, yeah, I know it's gonna be a rough 2 weeks, especially if you're anime fun, box of fun and Marvel NFT, then you're gonna be in a tough boat. Popstop says, I would believe the amount of total tickets for the day is under the capacity for the building, which is why they said you can stay all day. I would think that that's probably the case, just for safety reasons and fire codes and stuff. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If they say you can stay all day, that should be plenty of opportunity to see people and meet up and mingle and trade and all kinds of that stuff. Michael says, I hope the sodas are different and have chases. Man, amen. I think we're gonna put that on a shirt pretty soon. I hope that's the case as well. I would love to see really cool molds, not color swaps or rainbow sodas as people have dubbed them. I mean, although cool, we all want to see some changes. We all want to rip some chases. Right? Jungle Jim. I just came up with that, or whatever I said. Jungle Jim or Jungle Jack, just came up with that right off the bat. I just pictured a dude in my head with basically like an Indiana Jones ripoff with like a whip and, a big hat and the shirt and jacket and everything. If I wasn't stuck at work, I would have gone. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, listen to Chris, ladies and gentlemen. Don't risk the points. Just go after the box. Get in, get out. Don't be kicking yourself in case it does sell out quick. Missed the mark big time on the theme, but like John said, they could have been behind the 8 ball getting this going in time. Yeah, I think from what I heard in the grapevine, they were struggling coming up with the theme. It seems like they have some social media reps now, which is great. Promoting the product and talking about the event, interacting with fans, like that's fantastic. But with Mike Becker gone and obviously the new leadership, I think they struggled to figure out how to do this event. I think ultimately they've come up with a really good plan, and hopefully they execute it well, and everybody who gets to go has a great time. So, but hopefully next year they have like a very concrete plan of action, awesome theme, couple themed pops to go along with it, maybe some original characters. We'll get those mascots that Chase Chaser wants back, and we'll kind of go back to normal. Oh man, you guys are flying in the chat tonight. I appreciate it. Nicholas says, I'm thinking the soda will have a chase because it says chance at chase, but that could also be because there's a 1 in 50 chance at the in-person box. So that would kind of be sly of them. Like if the in-person boxes only have chances at chases for the sodas, and then the take-home boxes don't, that would be kind of be messed up. Like they would be really stretching the truth on that. I would just hope that all sodas have a chance at chase, because then everybody's happy.
I think they're saying because you have a chance of getting the in-person box, it's like the chance of a chase. Like it's a chance of getting something different than your regular box. So the in-person box is the chase per se.
Carl says, I'd love to go to Fundays, but living in St. Louis, that's not a cheap trip on a budget. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Trip. It's expensive no matter where you are. Chris says, as of right now, there's no NYCC for me this year. Well, we feel you, Chris. Hotel prices have skyrocketed, so we don't know if we're going either. Think the Velma will be the soda. Yeah, that was Vince brought that up last week, and you guys might be onto something with them throwing in that Velma. Like, how crazy would it be to finally see her?
I'm hoping.
That'd be great, especially since we already have so many other Scooby-Doo characters. Like, just round out the line. How about they pull like something out of left field? They give us like Velma, Daphne, and Fred, and that would complete the 5 main characters. Because
they could stop sodas after that. Just get me those 3, please.
Just get you those 3. You know what? They should. Oh my God, they should go even crazier, and they should throw in the other 2 Kiss members that we never got, and the other 2 Ghostbusters. How wild would that be? Everybody's like, "Oh, what happened to sodas? Sodas are dying," and then boom, they're just like, "Nope, we're bringing them back. We're completing the lines that we didn't complete." Like, that would be insane.
We need the rest of the Simpsons characters. Come on, we only got Homer.
Yeah, that's true. We only got 1. I know Mason would be all over that. Randy says they need to hire Jason from $7 a pop for their social media team. Great promoter. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Wealth and knowledge about Funko. Very, upbeat, positive person. Great on social media. So yeah, that would be amazing. I think it technically might be a conflict of interest because $7 a pop, even though they're not direct competition with Funko, I don't know how that could work. I think you have to choose one company to work for. Can you imagine if they did it like a Legends of the Hidden Temple theme where each team was based off a mascot like Silver Monkeys and did challenges to win the Protos, Chases, and super limited LEs? That would be pretty wild. I mean, they're kind of hinted at that because they're saying that there's going to be games and interactive activities and stuff. So I feel like there could be something to that, Alex. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, definitely the Ghostbusters. We definitely need Ghostbusters. But yeah, Box of Fun dropping Wednesday. A bunch of people keep asking what the time is for the drop. We don't have a confirmed time. Just keep your ears peeled to social media over the next few days. I mean, they should announce it tomorrow. There really should be no like no reason not to announce when the box is going to drop. So I would, if I was Funko, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, like I would reiterate it every single day. Like, hey guys, it's dropping. Like even in the promotion they did today, I kind of thought they should reveal like what time it's dropping, just so there's no confusion there. Because the last thing you want to see is people not, get the box because they just didn't know what time it is.
Yeah, for sure. I was just going back and double check and see if anything they haven't. I don't see it.
I haven't seen anything in the blog either. Yeah, it's I would just be ready. Just be ready, like all day Tuesday. They'll definitely have a time before Tuesday. So should I stay up all night and it's pulling all night to get a box? It depends on where you live, Spider Monkey. I mean, you might just have to wake up a little bit earlier or just be ready at a certain time. But I don't think you have to stay up all night. So regardless, I'm excited. The Box of Fun is always a special time every single year, and I think it's great. We get a little extra hype. We get Fundays, and then we have Anime Con or Anime Expo, and then San Diego Comic-Con. So we got all these different events to kind of spread out the hype for the summer. But do you guys know what's going on with Thrilljoy before we get into the Marvel NFTs? I don't know why some people are talking about some sort of Thrilljoy.
I kind of said it last week. I mean, as far as I don't know. I have my own personal feelings on the whole drop. We don't have to get into it. I don't
Well,
care if we get into.
I mean,
Did I listen? Listen, let me just throw
I
this
know
out there.
nothing about it. So
Okay, so they announced the 20th as being their drop day for everything. They literally dropped this 5 different times in 4 different places. Like I had to go to Chronos or was it? I don't even remember where.
Dallas had them. Toy Temple had them.
So why were they touting this 20th drop?
They shouldn't have had a 620 drop day. Like it was
That's my
ridiculous.
point.
They had them for sale last week. That should have been their
They
drop
did a
day
pre-sale
or
on their
whatever.
website that sold out of the turtles, which is somewhat annoying that you know, and then they go up on 2 other websites and now you got to drop on the 20. Like the whole thing was honestly as a like it frustrated me a little bit because now it's like, okay, they sold at the one place. So I went and picked up a couple from Toy Temple. Now I spent, so my comment to the debacle was the shipping. Paid $15 from Thrilljoy on their pre-sale to ship 3 of them or 4 of them. Then I paid another $12 to Toy Temple to ship 2 more or 3 more of the turtles. Like now they're dropping on their website tomorrow, and it's kind of annoying to me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be the old guy here that's saying get off my lawn. I just thought it was a debacle of a drop as far as I'm concerned.
I think it was annoying too because one, I didn't know about like if you added a full set of Pixels that you got a free shipping on their site. Like I added other stuff, checked out right away. I would have probably just bought a box just to check them out and got the 20 because it cost me $25 because I got multiple, you know, different ones from their site. And then I go over and like Toy Temple releases stuff and they're pre-selling it. They're going to ship it on Friday, they said. But still, like, why are these sites all doing these pre-sales for these items that they're not dropping until 620? And the pre-sales have already shipped and people have gotten them in hand, which is which is pretty crazy too. I mean, it's good. I think they should have. I think it was great that they should have actually done it a little earlier and got some people in hand and just said, "Oh, we're going to drop a limited amount to our OG collectors that were like already have a whatever club Thrilljoy login or something like that." You know, something a bonus for those people, but they just kind of did it the wrong. Like it's just weird that now all these other people are getting them and pre-selling them. They're not even waiting to the 20th to sell them. So it's like they just want to move product and get it out. Like that's what it now it's determined. They're like, we need to sell it 5 different ways and get it out there, which I think it should be like any other drop though. Like when retailers get something in on the box that says you cannot sell until 620, you know, and they shouldn't be able to do a pre-sale. So they must have gave them a chance to like do that ahead of time, which is just disappointing. It's like the problem is they don't communicate anything very well.
No,
they don't. It's all hype. Like let's show off this, let's do this, but they're really bad about like communicating like this is a pre-sale. Other companies are getting these. They'll sell them on their sites too. Because I would have just bought everything from a different company actually, because it was cheaper shipping or free shipping. Yeah, but over $200 of product from Toy Temple, they do free shipping. Like some of these others have free shipping on their sites.
Yeah, the other one, I think it was around 75 or something like that. But I didn't want to buy $75 more after I already. It was just I just
it's weird.
It was just it was weird that they did it the way that they did it. They announced the whole time it was on 620, which like I marked it, like I was excited for that. And then to have a pre-sale last week and then drop them on other websites before that. And now like the scraps are going to be left over for the 20th. It's just,
I'll be curious. I'll be curious about what happens. So they're going to be back on Whatnot. I saw this Friday as well too. I mean, they're selling them at retail. They should, but they're
wait. Did you say they're doing another Whatnot?
Go to their stream. Go to the post.
Oh no! What are we doing? Where is it?
Somewhere. I don't know if maybe it's in their stories or something. I saw it somewhere that they're going to be back on Whatnot this Friday, and I was like, okay, well, you know, do giveaways, do some hype around what's going on or what's happening. You know, people are getting these in. That's fine. and you're doing, I guess you could do case breaks, but they're having another whatnot, which is kind of weird.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so I just thought it was kind of weird that they're doing, like, who's going to pay more than retail? You just go buy it for retail.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It's not like there's anything special about, like, they should just sell them for retail then on there. If they're selling them, sell them for retail.
Yeah, I mean, if it's coinciding with their drop, I mean, I get that. It makes sense to do it that way.
But don't auction them. Like,
no. Listen, you drop them everywhere else. Just drop them on your whatnot the same way and do it.
You can build some hype of opening them up and like all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's fine.
Just give them away. Get people in there. Get people excited.
Give them away, or just drop 6 of them at once for retail, and like for 6 people that buy one, get this. And
be bitter? No. It was honestly, I responded pretty bitterly. I don't know why that irked me so much. I don't know.
It's annoying.
I thought it was kind of frustrating. And
you spend your money.
I'm not the kind of person that gets frustrated with stuff like that usually. So that's saying something as far as I'm concerned.
But I saw mine from them are supposed to come in on Monday. Some people have already got them like yesterday. Like if you live close, I think it comes from California.
So. I don't think mine shipped. You know what? I'm going to log into my account. I don't even think mine shipped. Probably because I said that I was annoyed last week.
I mean, I've
no chases for me, I guess.
Once again, I'm so disappointed, man. They could just kill it as a company. What are they doing?
So funniest thing. So I posted the video on this week about because I planned I'll open my secret stash. Stuff that and do and try to get that. So I pulled 3 chases on that. Secret stash, which is awesome. 3 chases from their mystery box of stuff. And, of course, someone has to say, oh, it's rigged. All the YouTubers get a chase, never get a chase, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they're probably the people that least like me.
Josh was a real hater back in the day.
I was very honest with them, and they hated that I called them out on stuff, and because they wouldn't answer questions, and they finally corrected problems they had with people because people started speaking up. But yeah, it was like they never shared my stuff. They've never given me anything for free. Like, don't think that they sent me chases on purpose. They have no clue what ones are chases and not chases. They're in a box. They ship the box. they grabbed 3 things. They shipped them in it. So I just think that's funny. I was like, Shannon's saw the comment on there. She's like, they think that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think Thrilljoy sent me any chases to open on purpose, and it's been several months since I had that secret stash box, anyways. So
yeah, that's been a while.
Now if I get all 96 pieces, when I open my box from them, it must be rigged. It must be rigged.
I'm hoping that. Well, mine did ship. I didn't even see the notification, but. Yeah, I'm getting mine on Monday, so that's cool. Yeah. It's gonna probably miss for next week's videos, but we'll open them. I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I when they announced those, and then I knew they were coming this way. I was excited for them. I just the whole drop thing was because it should be tomorrow. It's kind of anticlimactic, and it's just a little bit. I thought it was just weird the way that they did it. Personally.
I will say. The biggest positive is they actually shipped and they actually had the product when they sold them.
And so you know what? Kudos. No, that's good. They learned from what they did last time. I didn't think that the way they handled the last time. The Mudang thing with the Hot Topic. They did the 24-hour pre-sale thing, and then there's been some weird stuff already.
There should be some also coming to Hot Topic. I don't know if those go on sale on 620 on Hot Topic or at Hot Topics as well too. But there's a couple Hot Topic like Invader Zim and the Corpse Bride. I think she's Hot Topic exclusive, and Frodo, Box Lunch Hot Topic exclusive. So, but yeah, they actually started getting stuff out. Kudos for them. Be interesting to see what all they have. Temporarily, they're not sold out. They're just temporarily, the pre-sale's gone. They'll open more back up on 620. So if you think they're all gone, they're not all gone, people. There's plenty of places to get all these from right now.
Yeah.
They're not sold out. Don't think they're sold out. Please don't spend extra money for them or anything like that unless you want to buy a chase or a 96 piece that is being sold separately. If you just want to have your chance at it, there are plenty of places to buy them. So
Surbat said he got his Leo today. No chase luck,
Nice.
though. Also got 2 pixels. Definitely like those mini better.
Yeah.
Minis better. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Anyway, that was our...
That's it. Yeah, that's it for
Thrilljoy
this week of
What's the latest issue with Thrilljoy? All right. Marvel NFTs. Gentlemen, are you excited for Marvel NFTs?
What did you guys think? Like, John, I seen you were excited for him, correct?
I am
I
excited
didn't get
for
to
him.
watch the video, but I got your kind of initial response on these.
It's exactly what NFTs should be. Limited characters that we may or may not have gotten otherwise, and it's some first-time characters as well. The only thing that, believe it or not, I'm not thrilled with is the Freddy. But other than that, I think it's a great drop. I think there's probably going to be a lot of packs. Did they already say how many packs there's going to be?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
There,
A lot.
yeah, it's
A
like
lot.
28,000 or something.
Okay,
like
so it's going to be a lot. 2 Grails, which I think is great. Double Grails for this set. A lot of redeemables. I think as far as a Marvel drop goes, I think the only bummer is that maybe for the first Marvel drop, they should have went a little bit more mainstream.
Isn't that crazy that we're saying that? Because what we say with Star Wars, we're saying the exact opposite with Marvel. Because I'll be honest with you, John, I kind of agree. I thought these might, we're so fickle. Are we not fickle or what?
We're the worst. There's no pleasing collector.
There's no pleasing. Listen to, okay, let's go on. I'm going to go on a tirade of complaints here. No, I mean, honestly, I think it's fun because I think they did pick like some very random stuff. There's only a couple that, like, I kind of like that we're getting another Ultron, even though we got a couple Ultrons already. This Ultron feels more like the comic book than, because it is, versus the other ones I think have only been from the movie. Tigra is cool. Oh my god, I forgot her name with the blue. What's the one with the blue and yellow mask? Mockingbird. I think that's a cool one. The Freddy is maybe a little bit underwhelming, especially because you got to imagine that there's going to be a ton of epics in this one, don't we think?
Yeah,
like 12 to 15. Yeah. Like, could this be a crazy amount of epics?
15. With that many packs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna have like a lot of epics that we got to hunt down. And again, I don't think they're gonna be super expensive. You're talking probably a couple bucks each, but still, you're talking probably an $80 Freddy to complete, I think, at the end of the day. So I thought it was, I think it's good. Like, I'm just not like, and you know what? I don't even know, with the way that Marvel has been, I don't know if I don't know what could have said, wow, I just like, this is all stuff that I have to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they've done stuff in the past that wasn't too well received. Like, I thought one set that was really cool was the Sinister Six set, but people don't like, a lot of people don't like larger pops. Like, they take up a lot of space. But I thought I'm trying to find the rest that I need for my set now to have it all displayed, all 7 on the shelf. I was thinking maybe they could have gone like comic book Sinister Six, like 4-inch pops for a Marvel NFT set, like something like that. Would have
been a little bit more mainstream than I think what we got.
Yeah, so that way you get like a cool Spidey in there, use him to sell the lot, and then obviously you have your 6 main villains. So I was thinking they could do something like that. Or my other thought was they could do Midnight Suns with like, that version of Iron Man and Black Panther and Moon Knight, Ghost Rider. Like, that would be cool.
The only Midnight Suns that we've got have been from the video games.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've gotten some of those characters, but not in Midnight Sun, like straight up 4-inch form. Right. Yeah. That would have been super cool.
That would have been cool. And then I also was thinking, even though we kind of already got them as a set, but I think a fresh, like, if they really wanted to go like, hey, let's tie into the movie hype, like a really cool comic book Fantastic Four wave. but you give us like maybe some villains that we've never gotten before, like maybe, I don't know, like something cool. I don't know, like pull something out and then throw a Doctor Doom in there. But I'm sure they probably had this in the pipeline for like a year, like to get all the approval and everything.
You gotta imagine. You know, I do like that they went all like comic book, like because those are my favorite of all the especially at this point in the whole Marvel thing. I appreciate the comic book Marvel characters way more than any of the movie stuff now. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm glad that they went comic book style, comic book characters, comic book accurate stuff. So like it's just like I said, like what if they would have done like a Midnight Suns or something like that with like, because then you're getting Ghost Rider and like some cool, a little bit more mainstream characters that are like really cool and something to get excited about. Again, not that Mockingbird's bad or, I like Ultron, Tigress. Like these are all cool. They're just not like, I don't know. I feel bad even like nitpicking because I think it's maybe nitpicking a little bit because I still think this is pretty good overall. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about this drop.
I think they did a good job. I mean, really, we got 4 characters we have never seen before.
Which is hard for Marvel stuff.
Hard to do without a Marvel drop. We have 4 characters they've never made before. We get a couple other well-known characters. I mean, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Ultron, even though they're the characters they added in, they're well-known at least too as well. And then you throw in a Freddy instead of another like just random thing, because a lot of these that have been drop exclusive, they haven't been doing a Freddy on. Right. So that could have been easily happen. That could have happened as well too. I don't think they'll sell out. I think they'll sell pretty high. I think that the packs are 24 and 22. I think when I looked them up. So if you're looking at that, I don't think they'll sell out initially.
Do you guys think they would have sold out regardless of the Box of Fun? Because I think the Box of Fun drop hurts them so bad.
I don't know if it hurts. Really, I don't think it does with the core NFT audience.
Exactly.
I don't think it does. I think what's going to hurt is just it's a lot. Like any big drop. I mean, Harry Potter was a huge name drop. Look how much those things are worth because they didn't sell out and there were so many packs left. That they had to burn. The numbers are lower, and that's one great thing about this set. These numbers look high as 1900, right, for these legendaries. If you take and they sell only 70% of the packs or less, all these numbers go down, and all these numbers will be actually shown on the sticker as well, too. And we're talking about 2 grails in this, so we're going to have 2 that are under 1,000 for sure. You could have more, but we have 2 for sure under 1,000. Could be 700-piece Marvel pops. Could be, those kind of things. I mean, that's huge right there, too. You're talking about like 700 if there's 70% Ultron, a 700 Ultron. It would be like crazy, those kind of things. I don't know. I think I think there's a good chance. The problem, I think, is that these packs won't be as, with this many, they become not as flippable as packs.
Right.
For people that just buy packs to flip them. I think
that's where and I think to kind of go off of that, Josh, I think especially maybe because there is 2 grails and maybe because of the 2 like Ultra, like both of them are good, but we got like a couple. I still want it. Like I want that Ultron. Like I definitely want to get that Ultron, but I don't think the grails are going to be crazy expensive. Now,
if they're not $400 grails, then the packs aren't going to go up to
that's exactly, and that's kind of where I'm at. I don't think that these are $400 grails out of the gate. Now, long term, a 700-piece Ultron or a 600-piece or an 800-piece Ultron, like I seen how much the 800-piece the Deadpool one. I seen how much the 750-piece Deadpool has been selling for. So I think that I think Ultron and Tigra are actually a little bit better than that Deadpool, believe it or not. So I think that these are going to have that potential of maybe being $300-400 at some point, but I don't think they will be out of the gate. I think there's a ton of packs, so I don't think that the grails are going to drive those pack sales, and hence do not make them flippable. Hence leads to probably not a huge sale on packs because people aren't going to be buying those extras try to flip them. But still, I think it's a great. I'm glad that they're doing it. I'm excited by it. We will definitely do a video on it. I'll probably get 6 to 8 packs. So like I'm still all in on it. I mean, and I do love that Ultron. The Ultron looks great. I think he looks straight out of the comic book. So
I think, you know, with these, one of the other positive things is, like, if they don't sell out, it actually could help the packs and the value of these cards go even higher. I will say that, like, sellouts, you think will like make things sellouts don't always make things go higher with the sense of these NFTs, because some people are buying to try to sell the packs, and at a certain point they're going to just sell the packs because they need to get their money back. USDC, they have a hard time getting USDC, so maybe they're using their credit card to buy packs so they can sell to get USDC to buy other things they want in the marketplace. There's a lot of that happens as well too. But I think, you know, it'll surprise me if these sell out for sure, even the whole full hours, you know, like whatever till 6 o'clock or whatever they keep them to. They're drop exclusive, which doesn't matter anymore. I think most of the stuff
everybody uses drop at this point.
It's not going over to the wax marketplace as much, like anything. I don't find deals over there anymore, really, on packs and things like that when I look. So most people are buying and selling on the drop marketplace now for them, which is good for drop. But I don't think you'll have trouble getting packs. If you want packs and it's your first drop, I don't think you'll have trouble getting packs.
No, which makes it fun.
Yeah, that's the nice thing.
I just want to point out that I feel like Wonder Man got shafted. Like, all the other characters have like really cool animation here, and half of his animation is just him walking, just him strolling through the road. Somebody asked if the Wonder Man show is still coming. As of a couple days ago, when I did some research, they finished filming the Wonder Man series, and it's supposed to drop in December. So.
Okay, well, hey, you might want to.
So that could be a great one to pick up.
This is the first Wonder Man, and this will probably be getting delivered to people in hand right around when the show comes out. That was probably 100% unintentional by Funko, just happy accident. So
I think it's a good test drop for them for Marvel. I think this will kind of show how things go for Marvel for them. And like a lot of people said, they went the smart route. They didn't do the 6 inches, didn't do something. I think if they went with those other characters, like if they went with the normal Captain America or Iron Man and all those kind of things, they might had to do something like a 6 inch or something weird, because, or it would be like the Batman's in the, in the little pods for the 85th or something like that with the outfits, because they've done those characters so many times, it's hard to do something unique.
Yeah, and honestly, the more that I think about it, like, it probably would have not. I probably would have complained a lot harder if they did that. Really, I think this is good. It doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think this is good. I'm looking forward to it. I don't even want to say anything bad, because really, there's nothing to nitpick about it. I think that we're getting pops that we don't have yet, which is insane for Marvel, because who knew that they had anything left, and there's still more characters to go. So, like, this is good. This is a good drop. I'm looking forward to it.
I think I actually do have an idea, though, for a route they could go with Iron Man, which I think would be actually pretty cool, because Iron Man has so many different suits.
Oh, and so many they've not done yet.
They could do a really cool Iron Man NFT. But don't just do just Iron Man, because then people will be like, oh, I don't need to get every single one of the different suits. If you did Iron Man, Iron Lad, throw in a cool Iron Heart pop. You could also do Detroit Steel, like Justin Hammer's suit. You could do the Hammer drones that we saw from Iron Man 2. We never got pops of those. like there's a couple like Iron. You could do like a super cool like do some sort of Iron Patriot War Machine. Like I think there's some potential there if they wanted to go like an Iron route, but I don't know if people would be into that.
I mean,
I
if they're
would
already
be.
making the pops for the one series that was canceled, they could do. So the one series was canceled. The
Which
one that
one?
was going for the War Machine and all those.
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah.
for Armor Wars. Yeah,
Wars.
yeah,
Armor
yeah.
Wars. So that's canceled. Maybe they could just make an NFT series out of it if they already started working on it.
Yeah, then people get upset. They'll be like, "Well, if these were supposed to be released regularly, they should just release
Yeah.
them regularly." I don't know, but
Um,
yeah, they could do Scuba Iron Man. Like they could. There's so many different Iron Man suits that
So-
they could do, like the bat suits.
one other thing with NFTs before we move on from NFTs is Drop Arcade ended. So Drop Arcade ended on very early, I guess, morning Wednesday for me, 3 a.m. I did get up at 2:45 a.m. just to
You
double
didn't have
check
to panic sell
I was good.
anything.
I did not. I was good. I put myself probably more than enough good. I think I ended up in 46th place,
Yeah,
which
definitely more than good.
but I saw you'd be surprised the movement within the top like 200, like the bottom like
I heard
200.
some people woke up and they were no longer in the top 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I finished in like 9,000th place, so maybe next time I'll make a
I
stronger
mean,
showing.
I saw Top Pops did a video today because he did it like when he was like waiting for it, and he finished in the top 333 too. So he did it, and you could see the movement. The movement was crazy for the last like 15 minutes. Nothing big happened with the top three. Top three, I think they all decided they were there. They're good. They're not going to fight it out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Like they were just good. No one else wanted to really compete with them. So it was cool to see that with Pop and Craze. He was on my live stream the other night. So if you want to check that out,
I checked it out a little bit on the replay. You did a nice
yeah,
that was good.
Fun.
Yeah, I liked
it was
it.
fun. So if you guys want to hear more about NFTs, that's a good place, to check out. We talked a lot about different stuff and thoughts. Next season starts July 1st, it announced. Points are changing. We don't know how. Yeah, they're all TBA. So to be announced. So we do not know how the points are changing, but right now they don't look like they didn't just copy the points over from last season and move it over from this season. So it'll be interesting to see how things change up. We have a lot less drops in between. You think if people spent a lot of points, there's a lot less that happened in this season compared to the first season you had since the very beginning. But now you only have a few drops that have happened this year. So happened during the season. But cool thing to check out.
Dude, Doctor of Comics, you and I are on the same page. Some Freddy Star Wars clone commanders like Wolf would be amazing. Fox would be awesome. Gregor, so many good ones that we haven't gotten yet. Franny is Mara Jade and Ahsoka Franny as well. Those would be beautiful. If we got an Ahsoka Franny for this year's Box of Fun, I would be so stoked. But who knows? We'll see. Man, a lot of stuff in the chat. They could do a Young Avengers NFT series, Spider Monkey. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, congratulations to whoever got that Freddy. It was pretty exciting. So cool to see. Now let's jump into season 2. Yeah, what's popping crazy? He spends a lot of money. Good dude though. Hopefully,
he actually figured out like he's figured out like math, like he's not losing money on what he's doing.
He figured out math, so he's good for the rest of his life. He actually figured out math.
He figured out a little bit.
Math is hard.
He works a spreadsheet out for like cost analysis on all the stuff that he does on these. So
smart.
Dr. John, have a great night, man. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we'll see. So Mutho says my prediction for Arcade season 2 will be quieter, but season 3 will be crazy. What do you think, Josh? Do you think season 2 is going to be quiet?
I think season 2 a lot less points are. I think it'll be a little lower in points actually.
You think people will slower roll it this time?
I think it'll be a slower rollout, but I think they'll have more mini games along the way to encourage people to spend more points, which is great. I think that's a good way, fun to do it. They have a proto for every NFT they ever made. Come on, you can give out all kinds of protos. They can give out packs doesn't cost them really anything to give out packs and stuff like that. So I think if they do those kind of things, I think that the mini games will help spur some stuff. But I think the total points, other than the top places, the top 333, I don't know if they'll go to a 103 or 4 or something like that. It was at 104 at that. We figured out that's about $400 worth of NFTs you transferred, somewhere around that. So that Freddy right now, if you want to buy it, you can get one for $400 if you go on Drop Marketplace. So if you want to buy a Freddy and get the coin, about 22 people are selling them, but I say about probably like 10 have it somewhere in the 400 to 500 range. It'll be interesting to see how that. I think only 2 have sold. So if you want it,
that's
kind
of surprising to me.
Yeah, I don't plan on selling mine. I know a couple of people got doubles. I probably would have tried to maybe get a double if I knew it was only going to go to 10. I thought it would go a little higher for top 333. I thought it would be 125, 150, and then maybe a fight for it. But if I knew it was going to 103, I probably would have had another account ready with and got in there.
Yeah.
350 isn't bad. If I see one around like 200, 250.
Oh, they went down to 350. So that's the thing. You'll see a little battle out. People that just want to get money from it.
Get money from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping I can scoop one up for like 250. If I can get all 3 for like 750 over the course of the next year, that'd be pretty good. I need all 3. Gotta have all 3 for the collection. But yeah, that's NFTs and everything going on with Drop. So congratulations to anybody who got a 333 Monster Freddy. I can see them creating a rare proto, the dog of Super Crypto, the dog Funko Pop. Yeah, that would be cool. If we got a proto as Crypto the Super Dog, that would be very well timed with Superman movie coming out and everything. If it gets that low, I mean, yeah, that'll hurt for the people who spent the money, but I mean, the market doesn't care. Like, the market will dictate. I could be wrong. 350 could be the lowest, and it could skyrocket to like $500-$600 because there's just, whatever stock is for sale on the market just dries up.
I think for some people though, it's also they figured I didn't spend any money on it. Like, I'm just burning stuff I have. Right. And those wallets are gone. Some of those wallets are empty. A lot of those, but there's a lot of people that were really close to that number that burn a lot as well too. So it'll be those points are now gone. There is no points unless you go and start buying stuff, and that's when it'll say, is it worth the cost? And I think it'll actually.
Season 2 is going to be like it's going to get more expensive, but are they going to, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think that's why we're saying, season 3, then, people that were just sit there, like I only burned, I don't know, 4 NFTs, I think, that whole time. I didn't really participate in a lot of the games. Yeah. Now, this next round, I think I would be, I kind of wanted to see how everything shook out before I started burning my stuff. Because honestly, I valued the NFTs too. Some of the commons I'm not worried about, but like I've went back and completed sets. Like I still got sets of that I wouldn't burn for anything, honestly. So it'll be interesting. Are they going to get me to burn any of my stuff next time?
The point changes will be a big thing. I think you'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think they should keep doing stuff like this. I think it encourages new people to jump in on the NFT game, and it's just cool to see super limited items like that. So
it gets some hype. I mean, and Drop actually retweeted that both retweeted and shared on their story that we were doing a live stream. Like that's
they're
cool.
Finally starting to do some of that stuff. Yeah. Like we got packs, like they actually paid attention to us, which is kind of weird. So it's it's cool. I like the way that they've the last year here, they really have made really good improvement. Whoever's running the whole operation, I feel like they do a really good job. I think that honestly, Funko and Thrilljoy could take some notes from Drop, because I think that they would do a much better job interacting, engaging, making things, and also through their Discord, they are a little bit more forthcoming. Like like when there's delays, they're upfront about it. I don't know, everything about it. I think that they've done an amazing job, especially I think they've done an amazing job the whole time adapting, but I think over the last year, especially, they've really done a great job with everything that they've been doing with the NFTs.
So I also wanted to bring up something really quick because it's kind of like community news here. Unfortunately, some people's Instagrams have been disappearing. So we're just crossing our fingers and praying to God that it doesn't happen to us. There's something going on with Instagram right now. They're wrongfully flagging certain accounts. Unfortunately, our good friend Funko News Canada, or FNC Entertainment, he was one of the people who just got hit in this last wave of wrongfully taken down accounts. Now he is working on getting his original account down, but if you guys were following FNC Entertainment or Funko News Canada, he does have a backup account that he recently started. So I just wanted to give him a little plug really quick because he's working around the clock right now, working with Meta and everything to get his account reinstated. But it could be a few days, a week or two. So in the meantime, go do him a favor, drop him a follow. He's still putting out all his usual stuff and updating everybody on all the new drops and links and everything.
Yeah,
so.
Josh is a good dude. That's annoying. That's super annoying, especially like that's your business. I know he works hard on all of that stuff with that. That's super frustrating. And
yeah, and it's a big majority of his income too. Like he has built up a really big successful business that spans across not just Canada, but also most of his partners are in the United States. So yeah, please go give him a follow. Like a lot of people were wondering what happened to him. I just waited. I didn't answer anybody yet because I just wanted to make this announcement while we're public, while we're live here. I'll get back to anybody else who missed this, but the new account is just right now. It's right here at the top, FNC backup. Just pretty simple.
Follow
FNC backup. Yeah, it's a tragedy because like I said, he works really hard. He has built up a lot of rapport. Like he works directly with Funko. Like to his credit, he has built an incredibly successful business, and it's a shame that social media can strike you down in a minute, and it's gonna, it takes a lot of work to get it back. So appreciate everybody dropping him a follow. I know he would really appreciate it because we lost our Instagram one time for 24 hours, and it was a nightmare. We were stressing the whole time. So I know he's a little stressed as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much. He actually has a couple great pops up on his page right now that I want to talk about tonight. So what do you guys think? New Back to the Future pops. I don't know if we talked about these last week, but I did not expect to get another DeLorean. Pretty interesting that we're getting that.
I mean, it's been a while, so I like that we are getting another ride. That's good for the people that maybe never got the first Marty with the DeLorean. So it's cool. I don't know about the moment, and then we saw the bigger one. It's like what, $70? The big giant moment, scene or whatever. But I like the DeLorean. I think the DeLorean looks good.
Wish the DeLorean was in hover mode.
It would have been cool to have it as a different DeLorean. Yeah, like a Back to the Future 2 different DeLorean versus Back to the Future 1 or something like that. And then do a Back to the Future 3 DeLorean, like different times.
And the movie moment, it kind of looks like a meme. Like it doesn't even look real, like with their mouths like that and everything.
Yeah, when they start putting the mouths on, it starts to get a little weird for me.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a easy one, Holly, to have Einstein driving it. That'd be cool.
So they did Einstein in a DeLorean for Dorbs.
For Dorbs, yeah.
The Dorbs.
Yeah, he doesn't have a picture of the other big one, but
that came out a little bit ago, but it's for sale now. I've seen it I think it's on like Funko and that, but it's like $70. So.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you dropping him a follow. It means a lot. Yeah, I know. We had the new. I don't think we talked about the new Fantastic Four pops that came out.
Those look good.
The space helmet one or the regular one?
Yeah, let me see if I can find them really quick.
The spacesuit ones are the ones that I'm thinking of right now, and were all four of those exclusive to Target. Is that what I saw?
I think they were. Yeah,
I believe so.
The only problem with these new stickers.
Yeah, I kind of hope they go back to the old ones.
But But yeah, those are though all four of those. I thought they looked really good. I like the retro suits. I like again, for me, I'm more of the comic book one. I like the Fantastic Four they released, a couple years back, but I think all four of these, I think they look great.
Yeah, they made a lot of cool Dorbs rides back in the day that were pretty
Yep.
low piece count. They're hard to get, hard to find too, hard to get. Yeah, I think this is cool. It's a fresh take on the characters, giving them the spacesuits and everything. We've never gotten this before, which I appreciate. I'm very excited about this movie. I just hope that it delivers. I hope it sticks the landing and fits in with the overall MCU landscape, because they're going to be on a different Earth, and I guess they're going to be brought to our Earth, and that explains why they weren't around for all the events of Thanos and everything. So, and then I don't know, like Galactus, right, is probably going to consume their Earth, and then Galactus is coming to our MCU, and they got to do that. Like, I was kind of hoping for a fresh take, like just regular
I was
fresh.
gonna say, John, I feel like I don't need to watch the movie anymore.
I mean, that's based on what I've read and what I've seen, like that's probably going to be it. And the
Yeah.
unfortunate part is we don't, like, none of these main characters are going to die. We know it's going to be leading up to Doomsday and Secret Wars and stuff. So,
It's good. Listen, at the end of the day, it's going to be our introduction to Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
unfortunately, that's not unfortunately. I mean, it still can be fun. I still haven't like, I'm so, and maybe that was the problem with the NFT drop. Like, I'm so not excited by anything Marvel right now that I'm hoping that this will kind of be that kickstart, because Doomsday sounds fantastic. The
yeah,
only issue, they're throwing so much at that one, like it could just be too much. Sometimes it's too much. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be the next movie that, like, I'm looking forward to going to the movie theater and like seeing it, because the last two, Captain America and what was the Thunderbolts, I wasn't excited to like go rush out and watch either one. Not
Yeah,
that
I
they're
want
bad,
to
not
see.
that they're going to be bad or I expected them to be bad. I just wasn't excited by those.
I think what they're trying to do is, like, I agree with what Spider Monkey said. Like, it's too quick. Like, they need to build up Doctor Doom a little bit more. Like, it would have been cool if
Yeah.
like yeah, does Robert Downey Doom, like, does he come from their universe as well? Because like what Dave said, Doom is a Fantastic Four villain. So if he comes from this alternate Earth, that would kind of make sense, right? That like he's gonna come to our Earth, and like, but he looks like our Iron Man. Like, they also have that loophole to like tie in because it's the same actor. But I see, like, online, like they're already, like, Marvel's already teasing, like, what team are you? Like, are you team Sam Wilson Cap? Are you team Thunderbolts? Or your team Fantastic Four? And I just feel like if we have three teams, they're not, but the teams aren't built yet. I guess you could make an argument that Thunderbolts was organized, but like Cap doesn't have a team. Fantastic Four isn't even out yet, and they want us to choose a team before we go into Doomsday. And it's like, I think we kind of need more build up, boys. What do you think?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, they're throwing everything at Doomsday and we're rushing to get there. It, like, when we got Iron Man in 2008, it took how many years? 10 years till we got to Thanos. Now we're going from
Yeah.
Thanos to Doomsday in 2 years. It feels like 2 years. It's been longer than that,
It's
but
too quick. It's too quick.
it feels like it's too quick. And yeah, the phase, whatever, 4 and 5, whatever, I don't even know what phase we're in anymore. It probably has been almost 6 or 7 years. It just, I feel like they just want to throw everything in the kitchen sink at us now to get us
it's been
excited,
6
like
years since
Endgame.
Endgame, but it's been like, it honestly feels like it's been 10 years, but like 10 years of just like so much different stuff. Like, there isn't a coherent storyline like we had with Thanos and the Infinity Stones and the little Easter eggs and everything. Like, we've had Black Panther, and we've had all three Spider-Man show up in a movie, and we had Miss Marvel, and we had Daredevil, and we had Moon Knight. Like, you have all these characters that, like, when you look at them individually, you're like, oh, okay, like, they're cool. But then when you step back and you look at everything going on, you're like, how does any of this connect? Like, they just did not. There's no flow. There's no glue. You got Scarlet Witch and Agatha and the White Vision, and then yeah, it's just Sam Wilson Cap. It's just all over the place. And we've had all these different villains, and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I feel like right now they've just been telling a little bit lackluster, like individual stories. I've heard Ironheart is good. I hope it really is good. I'm
Yeah, and I
down
heard
for
I heard Thunderbolts was really good too. I'm looking forward to watching that. I mean, as soon as it comes out on streaming, I will be watching that right away.
That's
And I'll
true.
watch
Yeah,
Kang.
that's very true, Spider Monkey. They had a plan for Kang, and then it changed so quickly. So yeah, you got to give them. When did Ant-Man come out? The Quantum Mania, like what, 23 or 2023 or
Yeah,
something?
22 or I would
22
say
or
22.
23. So like you really got to like retcon 4 years. All right, so we'll give them a pass till 2023 because then they had to switch gears and go away from Kang and shift focus to now Doctor Doom. So that's only been 2 years. So it's like if Doomsday's coming next year, end of next year, that's only 3 years. That's not very much time to build up three different
No.
superhero teams going up against one or two big bad villains in a big Avengers movie. Like I think we should only get a flurry of Avengers movies like every 10 years. It should be like a big deal, just like it was through phases 1 through 3. Like it was a big deal getting the Avengers movies.
Yeah, I'm afraid they're gonna screw up Doctor Doom again, which sucks. 'Cause he's like one of my favorites, and it's not been good so far. Doctor Doom has not been good in any of the movies so far. But I'm hoping this will change. We'll see though.
Yeah, I love RDJ. Like he's great, awesome dude, great story, amazing actor and everything. But I really wish they would have given that role to somebody who
Yeah,
was
it feels a little
like
desperate.
mid famous or maybe even fresh. Like it's such a great character. Like if you would have given it to a newcomer or maybe even somebody just like, oh, like I know of that person, but I don't remember their name or anything. Like allow that like it's a level of character. Allow that character to help that actor like jump off. Just like Iron Man helped RDJ, jump to the A-list tier of actors. Like let that Doctor Doom do that for somebody else. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Uh-oh, Anna's got a spoiler warning.
So you blast it up there?
Yeah, she put it all caps.
That means you're not supposed to put it on the screen, John.
I mean, most people are not going to go watch Fantastic Four who are in here. Come on. Most people, and if you say you are, I guarantee you probably won't. Like, we are in a different phase of Marvel right here. Apparently, the Fantastic Four isn't our upcoming first family. The ship is a little different than we thought, so it could be a different four. It's not a spoiler warning. That's just confusion. It's so hard to follow everything that's going on. That just made it more confusing, but I appreciate the spoiler warning, Anna. I would have been upset if it was a direct spoiler, but we don't know.
Have you seen these out of box? They look really cool. They're on the stands and they kind of like are floating like they're in space. So they're on like the stands in the air, so they're not touching the ground and stuff like that. So it's nice to, have pops that are a little different movement style and things like that too.
Whole pirate stream the cam the day it releases. Don't do that. Just give it like 2 weeks. It'll be on Disney Plus. We watched Captain America 4 a couple weeks ago on Disney Plus. It wasn't bad. I'm happy we didn't spend money in the theater. It sounds horrible, but I just I miss Steve Rogers, miss Chris Evans. He did such a good job. Jessica Alba will be Invisible Woman forever. Maybe, but there's been 2 other actresses who have played her, so we'll see. Oh, Dave has seen Thunderbolts 3 times already. All right, must be pretty good if Dave saw it 3 times, unless he just couldn't think of anything else to watch. Doctor of Comics says, we can't act like Marvel Phase 2 was the best. Let's be real, Thor 2 and Iron Man 2 wasn't the best. I may get blasted for this, but I like Iron Man 2. Actually, included in my fictitious Iron Man NFT pops, I would love to see. Do you guys remember in Iron Man 2 when Tony Stark goes down to the F1 track and he tells his driver, the Stark car, that he wants to take over and drive the race? I want that pop. And I thought this year with like companies promoting F1, we have the F1 movie and everything with Brad Pitt coming out. That's a pop I want. That's a pop ride. Tony Stark in the F1 race car. I just think that would be so cool. I don't know if it would sell well, but I just think it would be cool. If they did that as like a 500 piece like San Diego Comic-Con pop, I think that would be legit. And I think they could use the same mold as the other F1 pop
They could
ride.
show it cut in half. Didn't Whiplash cut that
Yeah,
one in
Whiplash
half?
cut it in half. That would be cool too. That'd
be fun.
awesome. I think they did a good job with Iron Man 2. Like when you look on it, you look back on it and everything, like I don't know. Just
I thought
compared
Iron
to
Man.
stuff we
Yeah, I
have
thought it was
now.
good. I even liked 3, and 3 got a little bit wacky, but we got all the suits. We got all the suits in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, 3 was good. The only thing I didn't like about 3 was the Mandarin, the whole Mandarin storyline. I wanted the actual Mandarin.
The Mandarin was a great character, and yeah, it was really. That's what I'm saying. It got wacky. It got pretty wacky.
Yeah, Lego did a whole F1 thing this year, and yeah, that would have been a sweet little build if they were able to come out with a set like that. That'd be sweet. Little crossover, Marvel and F1. Oh God, Anna's got more for us. May not be confirmed, but it's from Kevin Feige's words that him, and there is proof someone actually zoomed in through the credits and did the circle of the difference with the ship. Oh, all right. I mean, still confusion, but thank you, Anna. Still very confused. We'll just have to see it. Like, if you're interested in the Fantastic Four, you'll go see the movie, and I'm sure there's going to be some surprises and some stuff that we don't know about. Like, that's the whole point of going to the movies.
Yeah.
Chase Chaser says Thunderbolts is amazing. It's either the best Marvel movie since Endgame or right behind Guardians 3.
Good.
Okay.
I like that.
Chase Chaser.
I'm looking forward to it. I
good.
Wish I would have looked forward to it more.
I love anything with Bucky. Like, Sebastian Stan does an incredible job. So I think Funko should do something so they can get the ideas from 4 pops from the collectors and then vote on it. Yeah, they kind of did that back in the past. That would be kind of something if they did that and brought, that would be kind of cool. Like, even if they just posted on their website, like if you could write in an idea for a pop, or if they had people able to submit ideas, kind of like the Lego Ideas platform where you can submit your own designs to potentially get selected to be chosen as a Lego set. If they did like a Funko Ideas program, and you could, like, maybe they come up with a program, or I'm sure people have programs where they can mock up an idea for a Funko Pop, and you submit it and people can vote on it, and then they go, all right, cool, we're going to mass produce this pop because that's what the community wants. Superman does look good. I'm excited for Superman. That it looks promising.
I will give it a chance.
She's not into it. But
no, Cavill was my guy, but listen, I'll give it a chance.
Cavill, we went into this whole tangent the other day, and Marvel's having their struggles, but DC's always been struggling. And I just think, like, the glory, like, we didn't realize we were in the glory days with DC because everybody was so harsh on DC. And there was a lot to be harsh on, but looking back, I think Ben Affleck was a great Batman, and I think Henry Cavill was an amazing Superman, and also Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Like, I think that trio, I don't know if they'll be able to top that trio. Like, they all just fit into the mold of their characters so well, and I just think that might have been like DC's worst error in history, not utilizing those 3 for greatness, because the movies we got with those 3 actors and actress, of course, they just didn't land. They didn't stick well. The other 2 Invisible Women were the wrong actresses casted for that character because they weren't Jessica Alba. I'm guessing Gerald has a big crush on Jessica Alba, so I get it. We
get it.
But don't worry though, the Kate Mara, right? I think that was the actress who played Invisible Woman in that Fantastic Four movie we all want to forget. Like, I didn't even realize that was like Miles Teller and
I know, I didn't see that.
Jordan,
I saw that. That one was bad though. That one,
I heard that
Michael B. Jordan was Johnny Storm, was he not?
Johnny Storm, I think. Yeah, it was
Johnny Storm, right?
Yeah.
That movie was not that good though.
He got some redemption then with Killmonger, because Killmonger
was next level. He would do amazing as Black Panther. Like, if somehow the kid grew up to be Killmonger or something, I don't know. It would be, listen, it'd be a big stretch, okay? But he would be amazing. He's a really good actor.
This just in, Joanna texted me. She goes, "I'm actually very excited for Temu Henry Cavill."
I mean, that's kind of
the only thing I'm concerned with the Superman movie is that I think there's a lot going on. There's like a big monster. Mr. Terrific is in there. Obviously, Which Green Lantern is it? The
Hal
one with
Jordan, is it? Wasn't it?
no, it's Guy Gardner. I had to look at the
Oh no, yeah,
Guy
right.
Gardner because it's not
With
Hal
the
Jordan.
weird hair.
Yeah, Guy Gardner is in there. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I actually want to pop. Did they reveal pops for the Superman robots in the the robots in the what are they called? The Fortress of Solitude. I like those. The way whoever designed those robots, they actually look cool. So I will definitely pick up a pop of that. That's probably the one character they didn't make. Crypto, of course. I feel like Crypto is going to be a focal point of the movie, but yeah, that would be. They did a lot of what if stuff with Killmonger. So apparently, no. So Dave Affleck was a good Batman, but he wanted to keep going. They didn't want him because he wrote a full script for his. I went down a deep YouTube and like blog rabbit hole. He wrote the whole script for his standalone Batman movie. He wanted to do it. He was in it, and they pulled the plug on him. And it was a big bummer. It was right around the time they pulled the plug on Man of Steel 2.
Yeah,
and then they canned Wonder Woman 3. So it was bad.
Wonder Woman 2 was one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my life, though. I'll be honest.
Oh, that was so bad. Yeah. Pedro
Wonder
Pascal.
Woman 1 was good. 2 was like literally one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
We did watch so I saw The Accountant for the first time like a month ago. I loved it with Ben Affleck and John Bernthal. And then the second one just came out. We watched the second one a couple nights ago. Holy smokes. Like that was a great, like that was the first time I felt like the first movie was good. Cause you know how sometimes the sequel can flop. I thought the sequel was phenomenal. I could literally watch John Bernthal and Ben Affleck do anything.
Bernthal is a fantastic actor as well.
He is hilarious. He's a fantastic human being.
He's a great Punisher as well.
He is. He's a fantastic Punisher. But no, both of them together, amazing. So highly recommend Accountant 2. It's not like a family movie. So, but you know, for the adults in the room. I'm sure he would still do Batman. Ben Affleck is in great shape, so he could still do Batman. He would be a perfect candidate like 10, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, if they wanted to have him be like an older Bruce Wayne to like a Batman Beyond. That would be pretty sick. I could see that. Accountant 2 was great, but it seemed like an episode of The Punisher. I mean, you're not wrong, but I thought it was fantastic. I think it was a little bit more complicated than Punisher. Punisher just runs in and shoots and thinks later. There was a lot of strategy and mystery involved in the movie, so I thought it was good. Oh, somebody asked, Gus asked if we're going to New York Comic Con this year. I don't think we are. I don't know. Based on the prices for the hotels, which have just skyrocketed, and we have family in New Jersey, but we can't really trek back and forth. That's kind of a pain in the butt. The hotel is kind of critical. I know. I'm sure you guys probably aren't making the trip this year.
I think it'll all depend on the kids' stuff again. Like every year, we got at least a couple more years of kids' stuff.
Sure, too. They all went up, like all 80 every day, the same price, $80 every day. Just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everything goes up every year, right?
Well, usually different days are different. Like if you only want to go on a Thursday, it's usually cheaper than going on a Saturday. They usually price them. This year they said we don't care, everything's the same. So
yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We gotta figure it out. Like money is not it's not a bottomless pit over here. We got to budget like everybody else.
Unfortunately,
if we can swing it, I will gladly swing it. I think we would probably only go for a day or 2 days like normal. Definitely not 3 or 4 like in the past. Have we heard about the disastrous Comic-Con cruise? Oh, I did not hear that there was a problem with the Comic-Con cruise. What happened?
I didn't know there was a Comic-Con cruise.
There was one earlier this year, but that was like January, February or something.
Yeah, cruising is interesting. It's a complicated. It's a complicated thing, but I can't really comment too much on cruise stuff because of my job. Best Batman was Michael Keaton. All right, let's not start that argument in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, David. We don't have to talk about that.
Everybody's got their own different opinions. It's you're never gonna come to one consensus on who's the best Batman or who's the
No.
best Joker. Oh, see, there you go. Everybody that pops up knows they went on the cruise. They had a great time. They rebooked the next one. There you go. Yeah, the cruise industry does a great job with logistics. I will say that it is pretty incredible because sometimes Joanna and I will order food to our house. We ordered food the other night from Wawa, and it took 2 hours to come. But then you look at cruise ships and the amount of logistics that goes into getting people to and from the ship, like the amount of people on the ship, and then they do the cruise. They don't lose everybody if they, especially if they stop at a small island or something or a destination. They come back and then they just do it again every 6 days. So I think it's pretty incredible. And I've been around cruise ships for the last 7 years with the Coast Guard. So Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman is arguably second best after Michael Keaton's. Oh God, Doctor of Comics. What are we doing? What are we doing? I found Affleck's brutal performance to be remarkable. Yeah, it was good. It was a nice gritty Batman.
Remarkably bad.
I think he's saying the brutal performance is remarkably good because he said he's a second best after Michael Keaton. So
Yeah, I would say good, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Horrible non-con related activities and had the group that fleeced Bob Ross estate there.
Oh,
well, that's a bummer.
That's not
really,
ideal.
I don't really know what the second half of that means, but I like I said, every cruise ship that I've been on, like the staff is usually phenomenal. Like these people work very hard. They have to have extensive training, not just in whatever their specialty is. Like what people don't realize too is like even if you're a performer or a comedian or a waiter or a busboy or a DJ, like you have to have specific training that is pertinent to the operation of a cruise ship. Like you can't just show up and be like, hey, I'm the DJ, but I don't really know where the exits are. I don't know what a life jacket is. Like they all have to have that kind of training and crowd control and crisis management and stuff like that. And so it's a very big operation. It's very serious. So I give all those people.
That con was like in January, February. If it's a Comic-Con, like it's the same people that put on San Diego Comic-Con did the cruise out at Tampa, I believe, because I know I saw a couple people go on it and do it. So there could be other ones though too. People could put on their own events for whatever. I mean, there's thousands of Comic-Cons that go on all the time around the country. So it could be 500 people, it could be 10,000 people. 100,000 people. They're all different. So I would say there's always something going on, and every event's different for every different person. So
oh yeah, we'll try to hit up Collecticon in New Jersey in July. Yeah, for sure. So Mike Guinness says the question is if John would take a cruise as a vacation. So this is a two-part answer. First part, 100%. Cruise ships are extremely safe. They go through rigorous inspections. Just to give you guys like quick background, at least with everything that cruise ships go through. So unlike regular cargo ships that only get inspected once a year by the U.S. Coast Guard, cruise ships actually get inspected a minimum of twice a year, so every 6 months. And then there's also other programs that will pop certain ships up for extra inspections and stuff. There's also multiple third parties that do private inspections on these ships as well, because cruise ships carry so many people, and people are the most valuable commodity on Earth. There is so much oversight, so much safety. It is very, very safe to go on a cruise ship. For me personally, it would be, I would love to go on a cruise, but just because of the nature of my job and all my training, I personally would have a tough time going on a cruise because I wouldn't be able to relax. It wouldn't be a vacation for me. I would be constantly like checking fire escapes and making sure extinguishers were good and everything. And that's just the nature of the training for my job.
It's like if you worked at fast food or in a fast food restaurant, you wouldn't eat any fast food because you know how it's made. You know what I mean?
So like I just know all the ins and outs, and
right.
I'd be looking at smoke detectors and testing fire doors and stuff. So yeah, it would just be it wouldn't be a relaxing time for me because there's so much, like on any ship, a ship is not perfect. There's always going to be very tiny, minor things that need routine maintenance, and it would just be hard for me to just sit in the pool and be like, this is great, And then if I heard anything like crash, I would look and be like, what's going on? I need to see the chief mate. So food safety inspections are actually done at every port. So when I'm talking about like a Coast Guard inspection, so a Coast Guard inspection, we do top to bottom. We do navigation, electrical. We look at all the life-saving equipment, fire safety. We walk through the engine room. We check fuel lines and stuff. We do fire drill and safety drill and everything. Food safety inspections are done at every port. So food is very important. It's crazy. Like if you ever go on a cruise, when you're walking the catwalk onto the cruise, look down to your left, and you'll see all these cranes and little vehicles going back and forth, dollies and such, like bringing on everything that a cruise ship needs to operate for the length of its voyage. It is wild. And then we go down as stuff is being loaded and witness it and everything. It's crazy. There should be, well, I can guarantee you, whatever ship you're on, there's AEDs every 30 feet on every deck. Every deck where there's passengers, every 30 feet. Yeah, no, cruises are great. Cruises are a great time. It's a great time to go on a cruise, by the way, because a lot of ships are now coming online. So the pandemic paused a lot of stuff, and then they resumed building a couple of years later. So all these new ships that were supposed to be delivered in like 2022, 2023, 2024, they're now getting delivered now. So I know Disney's getting a new ship. Celebrity's got a couple new ships. Viking was getting some new ships. So Norwegian, they're always getting new ships. So yeah, it's a good time to go sail because there's some beautiful, massive. Carnival was getting a new ship with like a go-kart track on the top. Like it was just wild. So yeah, it's a good time to go cruise. Doctor of Comics says, I was thinking that since Star Wars Rogue One was so successful and positively received by the Star Wars community, it would be great to make a Franny as Mon Mothma. Ooh, I think that one might be tough.
Mon Mothma is a very obscure for most people. I love it. I love the idea, but I think it'd be a tough, but that unfortunately that's what it is with Star Wars. We talk that we like Star Wars people want a Mon Mothma. Everybody else in the world that just is a fringe Star Wars person, they want a Princess Leia. Like, and that's why they make the same 5 characters over and over and over, because it takes us nerds to know what a Mon Mothma is. You hear that and you think it's from like Godzilla or something, but no.
Yeah,
it's from Star Wars.
No, the Rogue One line is so good. I think those pops are underappreciated.
My favorite of all of the Star Wars movies is Rogue One.
I think it's the best, and
I think pretty good margin too, honestly.
Yeah, I honestly think it's the best. I go back and forth with Empire, and the only reason I think that Rogue One actually beats out Empire is just because of the special effects and everything that we have. Like if Empire Strikes Back was made in the modern era with all the updated technology and everything, by far it would be the best Star Wars movie. I just think that they were limited by the technology of their time. So Rogue One gave us that.
The story was also just, I don't know, like the stakes were higher. The second season of Andor for me was some of the best. It's probably some of the best that's ever been on streaming by far, and would rival some of the movies. In my personal opinion, I thought that especially the last couple episodes were like, whew, I loved it.
I think that's the problem with most like comic book or like Star Wars stuff nowadays. Like there's no stakes, and that's why the movies back on when there is like, okay, everyone's gonna die if we don't do this, or within the movie universe, of course, or like, oh, we have to do this to save all these people, or this is that Thanos is coming. Like there's like so many movies you look back on, and it was because it was like, we have to do this to prevent this. Now, like that's why I couldn't get into Skeleton Crew, because it was like, okay, there's a bunch of like, there's like kids running around, and there's like this one guy.
I thought Skeleton Crew was fun. It didn't move us story wise. It wasn't. I thought it was fun. I didn't think it moved the story along or
made for family. It's a family.
Yeah, it was fun. but it wasn't like
It
it
just didn't
wasn't
feel like
Star
Star
Warsy.
Wars.
You know what
Yeah,
I
it
mean? It
doesn't feel
wasn't
like
Star
Star Wars.
Warsy enough for me.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do that, yeah, if you watch Andor season 2, and they did a really good job. Like, it's just crazy how they were able to coordinate everything and bring back all the original actors and everything. It was great. So definitely peak Star Wars. We'll see where it goes from here. We got Mando and Grogu coming out next year. Hopefully they don't screw that up.
Yeah.
I'm also yeah.
So as soon as you said Mando and Grogu, like hopefully they don't screw it up. I don't know, man. Like those two words, I just don't like those together. And
They have a lot of characters to balance now moving forward, and then they're kind of in the same predicament, but I would actually say that they have more pressure because they are. It's not like how do I put this? Like, okay, Andor and Rogue One had to flow into the original trilogy, which is already like universally accepted. Like everybody loves the original trilogy for the most part. Like you can pick apart certain things, like oh, Luke kissed Leia, yeah, that was weird. But like there's like the universal.
I still don't understand it. But
Yeah, that one was I don't know.
yeah.
Luke or George Lucas wasn't on his meds that day.
No.
But all three of the original Star Wars movies are great because it spawned everything that we have today. The problem that we have now is we have the Mando era, we've got Ahsoka, we've got Boba Fett, and they're all hurtling towards the sequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy is rough. So, and you can't like ignore that. So, I'm curious to see how this is going to flow. How is this going to shake out, and how is like the rise, the First Order going to rise up then, and then they're going to have it try to flow into Episode 7. I think that's going to be.
I wish, there's a part of me that wishes that they would have just done Rebels as a live action, because I think there's so many people that never gave that a chance because it was a cartoon, including myself. And I think there's still people that will not go back and watch a cartoon, where I think story wise, some of the best storytelling of all the franchise, like across the franchise, was all during Rebels. And if they adapted it like as a live action, I feel like they would have got so many more people. And I think that they started to do that with Mando. And I think that 100%, I believe that Grogu was not supposed to be in season 2. And they did not get to do what they wanted to do with Mando. And Mando could have been so much better than it was in season 2. And then definitely in season 3, where they felt like they had to stick him in a robot to like get it. It got so away from where like season 1 was at, and how season 1 ended. No spoiler alerts for me. Go watch that if you haven't watched it. Several years ago now at this point, but like how cool that was. And then, I am a little bit worried about what the movie's going to be now, because in the back of my mind, it just feels so forced to keep him in the storyline. It just seems so weird. It's almost getting to the point for me where it's kind of like Jar Jar Binks. Like Grogu is kind of becoming Jar Jar Binks to me a little bit. You feel my vibe with that?
Yeah, but at least Jar Jar can.
It kind of at least forwarded the
fancy
story
character.
along. Grogu, I don't even feel like forwarding the story anymore. Well, I don't want to talk too much crap about Grogu. He's just a cute little character, but
he's not.
I hope it's more Mando and less Grogu.
Yeah, but he's not though. He's the focal point. He's almost like the Luke Skywalker of our era, because there's just so much.
I don't like that. Now I'm going to be the old guy again.
No,
it's
not. No, it's not from.
Nope.
I'm not comparing him to, like, how do I say this? Like, it's just for the amount of like screen time and the amount of focus. Like, no shot is Grogu ever the same level of character in terms of
right.
Like,
no, I know what you're saying.
But just unfortunately, like when you look at his level of impact on the plot and how the story is written, it feels like it's almost being written around him and focused on him, just because he is this small, cute character that sells so many toys. That's all. So
yeah.
They need little boys and girls to wear like a little cute Grogu shirt where he's holding a half-eaten frog with hearts. Like. Yeah, Thrawn was a little bit like, I don't know, just a little bit weak, like not as intimidating in Ahsoka. So I hope we see like a more evil side of Thrawn, But he was kicking back. He was hanging out in the unknown universe, drinking drinking blue milk and having donuts on Paradia. So we'll see. But anyway, I don't want to go too much into Star Wars because some people get turned off by that. So, Josh, you want to let the people know what you got coming up pretty soon in land?
So we put out a video yesterday. If you didn't catch that one, we will be doing our Whatnot stream on Friday, a soda stream. So 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Come out. We'll do some soda games, some soda surprises, some fun with that. And then we'll have some videos coming out this week. We got mystery boxes. We got some mail call, maybe Thrilljoy. If I get those in Monday, maybe they'll come out for next week's videos. Something like that. So all those good stuff. And then next Wednesday also is our end of the month themed auction. So that is our Disney one. So hopefully you can come out. If you're looking for anything Disney, we'll have all kinds of different things. So anything from low to high, all kinds of things in between, and some other cartoons. We'll have some other kind of classic cartoons and stuff like that thrown in there too.
Nice. That's awesome. Acolyte is canceled. Yeah, that was canceled. That's not
Acolyte. Don't get me started.
That was bad.
Don't get me started on the Acolyte.
That was rough.
I didn't like it.
What do you got, Vince?
So next week we have a couple mystery box videos coming out. We open up mystery boxes here on YouTube. So if you guys like to check us out, we are the Poppin' Duo over on the Poppin' Duo channel. I know most of you guys that are hanging out every week already know that, but if you don't and you're watching this, go check that out. We actually are going to do a little bit of we're going to be back on Whatnot for the first time since the charity auction. We actually have a few pops that did not sell, and we want to get the last couple things out of the house. So we will have a auction on Tuesday, nothing crazy, and we're going to start everything at $5 again. So if you guys want to come out and just get some deals, we're just getting those last couple dollars. There's a couple cancellations, a couple weird things with shipping, which there's always stuff like that, especially when you're doing 200 orders. But we want to get those last couple things because after that, we will drop the final number. We're in contact with Ronald McDonald House. They actually invited us out there to do a check presentation and everything. The lady, we've had 3 different contacts over the last 3 years, and she seems to be very engaged, and not that the other 2 were not, but she's actually been very nice in reaching out to us and checking in. So that should be coming in the next couple of weeks. And then that's about it. We'll see you guys in the videos this week. And I think a video came out today. I didn't hopefully it came out. I forgot to double check to make sure it went live, but there should have been a video today.
Yeah.
And hopefully it went live because usually I check it and I forgot to check to make sure that happened. So hopefully you guys enjoy that one. That's it for me.
Nice. Oh, I'm sure I could speak for a lot of people. I'm very excited to hear the final number that you guys were able to raise, and whatever it is, you guys did amazing. Also, just want a friendly reminder, guys. Tomorrow there is a drop for the limited edition pieces. There's the Miles and Gwen Deco pops that are dropping at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. So if you are
the 5th drop for Thrilljoy is also tomorrow too. The 5th or 6th drop of the first drop they were supposed to have.
Nice.
Let's not forget that.
The fifth pre-order for the actual order. No auction for us this week, so thank you guys for allowing us to skip a week. I can't tell you how good it feels. So Joanna and I are really hoping that we can push a little bit harder and maybe do a bigger auction every other week or something. We'll see how the summer goes and everything, but just having a few days off from packing is really nice. So thank you guys so much. But I really do appreciate you guys coming over to our auctions. It helps us out with channel bills and stuff. So thank you so much. For us, I'll have a new video out tomorrow. Still trying to figure out which one I'm going to drop. And then we got our Fundays live stream. We're going to be doing a live stream for the drop. So stand by for the final time on Wednesday. And we'll have some more videos next week. And I'm also going to try to squeak in another live stream or 2 during Fundays. And hopefully we'll get some cool reveals for stuff that people are pulling in their boxes over in Funko Hollywood. So to anybody going to Fundays, I hope you have a blast. Take pictures, enjoy the day. and bring home some cool stuff. So yeah, good night to everybody. Thank you to everybody who came out. It was a great stream. A lot of activity in the chat, so really appreciate all the interaction. You guys are the best. Also, just I don't say it enough, but I just want to say it really quick here before we close out the stream. If you're a Patreon member or a channel member of any of us, any of our 3 channels here, the extra dollars every single month means the world. So thank you so much for that extra support. It does not go unnoticed. And I just want to make sure that you guys know how much we appreciate you. So with that being said, don't stop shooting until you score. Good luck with the Fundays drop, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Night, everyone.
Night, everyone.